friend, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. Today is the 5th update already for the Ancient Mythos Project Pan, a fantastic ladies collaboration focused on, this year, Greek mythology. This is a rolling style project. I have 5 items I'm working on at a time. I have met my goal on 2 of those items. So let's talk oldest item to newest item, the progress, the roll-ins, all of that good stuff. So without further ado, let's start off with Dionysius, so a wine-colored item. This has been in since the intro. So from Winky Lux, I've got my lipstick here in Frisky, and I am so close. So close. If I get rid of that plastic bit, this is so messy. But I have this much left. Oh, so close. It is very much on its side now, so I'll bring more of that pink, which is not my favorite color. I've used this 16 times since my last update, bringing me to 64 uses. It is what I'm using at work to reapply. So close. I was hoping to get it done this month, but I have been putting more emphasis on a different lip product. So next month. All right, Medusa, something already well used, well loved. So I had rolled in my Ciate London Dewy Skin Vitamin C Glass Glow Primer. It was down here and it is now done. So that down there was an additional 19 uses, bringing me to 67 in the project. This is done. I am so excited to have another primer out, especially because that was on my plan to pan because it was in Partners in Cream last year. Moving on to Aries. So this is an item that I fight with myself over because of the packaging. Yeah, see, sometimes I can open it easily and sometimes I can't. Okay, I'm not doing it today. This is the First Aid Beauty Hydrating Toner. Marky, this one's really difficult. I was about here last time, down to about here. Oh, maybe I can do that in a month, maybe not. It's going to be an interesting go on that. Okay, then for Apollo, something very bright. I am wearing this today all over the eyes and this part of the eye here. This is from Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde Eyeshadow Palette in the shade Supermoon. You are seeing where I was last month with this one. I've been wearing it more as a topper all over the lid rather than an inner corner highlight. And I do have to use my finger with this shade because otherwise the brush just doesn't seem to like it very much. Since my last update, I've been very consistent. I've used it an additional 4 times, bringing me to 8 uses in the project. Which brings me to this point here. So I'll put a video on the screen. I think I'm so close to hitting pan. I'm not sure if I have hit pan, if that is a hard pan, if that is just super close. I'm going to continue going on this because I honestly don't think that is pan yet. I think I do need a few more uses, especially in comparison to the actual pans I have hit in this palette. So I'm just gonna keep going on that one, try to pick it up a little bit. But yeah, looks pretty good. And then for the River Lethe, so this is an item that you forget about in your collection. So I had rolled in from Celebrity Cruises. This was the replenished body lotion, and I believe the brand is Gilchrist and Soames. So yeah, this is what I had rolled in. This is where I started with the lotion and got it completely done. I was expecting unscented, but this actually had like an aromatherapy kind of scent, so didn't enjoy it. And the size of this is what made me keep overlooking it in my collection. You know, it's just a small little easy, was this, 40 milliliters? I was like, I can get to that. And then I kept forgetting about it. So because it wasn't my plan to pan for hygiene, I rolled it in for the item you keep forgetting about. I have met my goal on the primer, and I've met my goal on the body lotion. So 2 items today, which means I get to roll in 2 new prompts. So with the help of the Tiny Decisions wheel, let's see what is getting randomized from my collection today. So first off, we're going to start off with Artemis, so a woman-owned brand. So I went back into my plan to pan for makeup and pulled out this little familiar face. So this is from Fenty Beauty. This is their Cheeks Out Freestyle Blush in Summertime Wine. Last year I had hit pan on it. Look at that. And my goal this year is to finish it. So I'm going to start off in this project with a 50 use goal on it, just to help kickstart things, because now this is my 3rd cream blush I'm pulling into work on at this moment. So I don't want to just overwhelm me with 2 finish goals and a usage goal that I have. So we're going to go with 1 finish goal and 2 usage goals. So that's my starting off point. We'll see how it goes, especially because there's so much like air exposure in here now. I want to keep going on this before it dries out. So for a woman-owned brand, Artemis 50 uses. Probably going to take me between 2 and 3 months. And for King Midas, that's expensive. So my brain could go a million ways, but I went to perfume because I have been loving my fine fragrance mists more than perfume recently. And perfume, especially up front, right? So I picked a perfume sample out of my collection. Now, the full-size bottle in Canadian dollars for a 50 milliliter bottle is $170. And of course, what's expensive is relative to absolutely everyone, but perfume in general is more of an expensive luxury item, and a $170 bottle is definitely up there. And this is one I thought I wouldn't like, but I did spray it once on my hand just to kind of see if I didn't like it, because then I wouldn't have rolled it in. But this one kind of shocked me. It's a floral. Interesting. All right, so this is from Rabanne. This is the Million Gold for Her. So that is my starting off point. I have only sprayed this once on my hands, like one singular spritz. And this is what the bottle looks like. So it looks very fancy high-end. But these are the notes here. So this is rose, white flowers, and musk. So interesting, because yeah, this is not something I normally like. I don't like any of those three things. Like, I do have a couple rose items in my collection, but honestly, if you caught my most recent Bath & Body Works candle haul, in that haul, I ended up picking up the Cinderella candle, which has a gardenia note, which is kind of like this white flower thing. This inspired that purchase. So let's kind of see how it goes, how I like it as I work my way through. Hopefully I don't love it too much because, again, well, 170 bottle is expensive, but that's what I'm going to be rolling in. All right, goals for next month. I have 3 I'd like to hit. First one is going to be easy, the Winky Luxe lipstick. Again, I've got that much left, so close on it. I would like to hit pan on Supermoon, and of course the other easy goal is finishing off the perfume sample. And then I can roll in 3 new things, which would be super exciting, and keep this product refreshed. But that is everything. So that's going to wrap up my 5th update for Ancient Mythos. So if you enjoyed it, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss my next update or any of my other panning content, makeup, skincare, hygiene items, nail polish. There's a lot going on this channel for your panning enjoyment. I'll see you in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.